Namaskar. Welcome to Conversations with Rakesh. Today, I really don't have a question from one of you, but I have a suggestion from one of my colleagues at School of Meaningful Experiences. We were having a very interesting conversation on this topic called perseverance, commitments, and this three-word slogan that we use very commonly in our lives, which is never give up. And I think we should talk about it because these three words can be very dangerous when you do not understand the concepts of commitments, never give up, and very important things which are connected to failures and rejections. So, in today's video, I'd like to talk about these three words, never give up, and I'd like to demystify with few other words. I think we should learn to never give up, but we should also learn to tell ourselves that, hey, it is okay to give up. Because if we don't balance these two concepts, then there could be trouble. So let's talk about that. And I'll give a simple example. Imagine you are a person who loves outdoors and you want to go for this trek to a very tough mountain and you have not really climbed that tough mountain, but you are this person who's very resolute. You have this never give up attitude and you take all your water bottles and your trekking gear and you go on this mountain, and it's a pretty tough mountain, and you're climbing and you're like, oh god, now I'm getting really tired, but hey, never give up. So I try for another 1 hour, and the peak is very far, and you know that there is this Instagram photo you're going to put and tell the world that I've made it. And now your water runs out, your body is really tired, but never give up. And you are now harming yourself because you are not doing what is a very important lesson to climb this mountain, which is, looks like you tried, looks like you don't have water, your body is not having the stamina. This is the time to tell yourself that it is okay to give up. Maybe I'll not do that Instagram photo and tell the world and become great, and I'll come back. It's called quitting. And you are not doing it because maybe you are thinking of what the world will say. Maybe you will lose your own self-esteem that I gave up. Maybe you will say to yourself कि क्या यार ये नहीं कर पाया मैं, so it can harm you. We understand all that. But I think we need to pause for a bit that these concepts are interconnected. But you need to remember the most important concept at this point of time, that when you have decided to do something, which is called a commitment, and you are doing your best on that commitment, there comes a bias in our mind which is called escalation of commitment, which is actually a toxic commitment. You keep going, and that commitment becomes toxic and toxic and toxic because you are putting the commitment over everything else, including your own wellness and safety. And that is the toxic problem that this video should help you with. That you should know when your commitments are becoming toxic. Because if they are becoming toxic, if your escalations are reaching a point of no return, you are going to harm yourself. So you'll keep climbing this mountain, water will go, stamina will go, you'll die. What's the point? And I've seen this phenomena very uh, common in students who keep writing exams. फर्स्ट ईयर रिजेक्शन, चलो कोई बात नहीं, नेक्स्ट ईयर रिजेक्शन, चलो कोई बात नहीं, थर्ड ईयर, पर छोड़ते ही नहीं है. दे कीप डूइंग इट बिकॉज द टॉक्सिक कमिटमेंट एंड दिस नेवर गिव अप एटीट्यूड कि लोगों को दिखा के रहेंगे kills them, and they end up in a very bad place. And entrepreneurs, I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is like your own children. You love them more than your children. You've put your heart and soul into this idea and your product, and the product is not doing very well. But चलो एक साल और, चलो लोन ले लेते हैं, investors को बुला लेते हैं, let's sell this, but let's put it because we have been taught never give up. But I think we must not forget that this never give up is one lesson, but the second lesson is it is okay to give up. हम भूल जाते हैं because a toxic commitment crowds our brain. We get biased. We have to prove to others, दिखा के ही रहूंगा मैं. That is not good. I was reading about this concept, and I chanced on two or three very important resources I'll share with you. The first is the story of Jeff Bezos. I'm not a very big fan of him, so don't think that I'm praising him in this video, but I read something about him which I thought was very interesting for this particular video. Um, I think the article said that Jeff Bezos actually wanted to be a theoretical physicist. That was what his commitment was. But he very quickly realized that he was not a good theoretical physicist. There was this problem he couldn't solve, so he solved. So he goes to his friend, and his friend, without blinking an eye, sat down with him, cracked the problem, explained it to him. And that's the time Jeff Bezos realized that this is something which he cannot do. And he quit. He let that dream go and he moved to some other, I think he did electrical engineering and then did some MBA and then went to hedge funds and then started Amazon. So even in hedge funds, he knew when to quit because internet was growing and he felt that this is the way to go. He had this knack of knowing when to quit. That is important. Another story is that of my favorite author, Malcolm Gladwell. He's an amazing marathoner. And in one of the podcasts, he explained why he decided not to take marathon as a full-time career. And he chose to become an advertising or a journalist person. It seems that there was some marathon where he had to climb a hill and he was huffing and puffing and he was like gone. And his competitor was actually running backwards. And that's the time he realized that, man, I don't think I can do it. Because this commitment to be a good marathoner is now becoming toxic for him and it is taking a toll on him. Same as Bezos. So he quit. In a wonderful book called The Art of Quitting, Annie Duke explains it very well. That poker players, and she's a professional poker player. Can you believe that? The first quality of a professional gambler and a poker player is to know when to stop playing. And to me, that is such an amazing lesson that we don't teach with never give up. I think our education systems and corporates and cultures and societies are so focused on success कि हम लोग भूल जाते हैं कि यार that's a one track mind. We should also know when to give up. Professional gamblers use it, professional sports people use it, mountain climbers, people who are in very risky jobs, they know when to quit. In fact, many companies are now using failure algorithms in their innovation, that they are quickly calculating that is this statistics towards the success trajectory or towards the failure trajectory. And if it is going on the failure trajectory, band karo isko. And they celebrate it because we learn so much and it can be used towards the next experiment. So my sincere request to all of you is that these three words, never give up, I think we need to take them with another lesson that it is okay to give up. The art of quitting is as important as the art of trying. So all of you students, entrepreneurs, professionals, if the surroundings around you are giving you a message कि boss you're on the wrong track, छोड़ दे, product बिक नहीं रहा है, ये studies are not giving you the right returns, your job effort you're not getting the right returns, don't invest one more year कि चलो अगले साल तक try करते हैं. That is escalation of commitment, which is a bias which could lead you towards a very bad place which could harm you. You're putting the commitment over yourself. That's the important thing you need to remember, which is called a toxic commitment. Instead, tell yourself, Kiar, looks like I tried my best. I know I need to now quit. And once you have made up your mind, learn the lesson that, okay, what did I learn from this mistake? Try something else and apply these mistakes that you have learned there so that you don't end up in the same problem. This time you could prepare better. This time you could carry better tools. Your ideas can be better tuned to the customers and the market. And you might end up in a much better place as compared to the other one. So my sincere request to all of you, this never give up attitude अच्छी बात है, ये पिक्चरों में बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. This movie called 83 had this scene where the coach goes to a Britisher कि हमें लॉर्ड्स के लिए वीजा चाहिए and the Britishers laugh at him कि अरे तुम इंडियंस लॉर्ड्स में कब पहुंचोगे, पहले वहां पहुंचो फिर वीजा देंगे. And the coach बड़े style से कि ठीक है. And then there is this time he goes to the same Britishers and says कि देखा, we proved you wrong. Now ये सब चीजें हम में भी होती हैं. We have this amazing desire कि I will prove the world wrong. Be very clear about this. It is good to prove the world wrong, but please make sure it is not becoming a toxic commitment, because that's what is going to harm you. And once you know that I am now putting the commitment over me and others, you need to make up your mind, because you might end up in a very bad place. So learn the art of quitting. Tell yourself it is okay to quit. I'll try my best. Never give up. I'll try my best, but I'll also know when to quit. So create your quitting algorithm कि अगर ये सब इस time तक नहीं हुआ, I'll quit. So when people go on these Mount Everest expeditions, they have this very well defined quitting process. That if we reach the base camp before this time and the weather conditions are those and those and those, then only we'll go to the next one. Otherwise, we'll quit next year. वरना मरेंगे हम लोग सब. So please learn to do all of this and read this book, The Art of Quitting by Annie Duke. If you can't read the book, listen to her podcast in some place. It's available. I'm sure if you Google it, you'll find it. Read about people who talk about these things, that they know that moment where they realized that their commitment was becoming toxic. They quickly recalibrated themselves and found something else, and they kept trying and finally found that place where they were more successful. So please don't let your toxic commitments come in your way. Put yourself first and then talk about your commitments, because that's the path to a balanced success career. Stay safe. Hi there. I hope you're enjoying the videos my team and I are putting together based on the questions you send us. If you like this video, do check out the others on the channel. And also check out the courses I and my team of experts teach on communication, confidence, collaboration, curiosity, creativity, and competence on our website some.education. That's some.education. All the details are in the description box below. Last not least, please do like, share, and subscribe to our videos. They really help us. I do videos every Sunday 5 p.m. based on your questions. So keep them coming and stay tuned.